sharpness pierced my chest. I had never known my father, cherishing him as an abstract figure in my mind, while my mother had mourned him every day of her immortal existence. Perhaps this was why the tedium of her task did not trouble her. Relief to a mind splintered with regret, easing a heart clenched with grief. No, I did not need renown and reverence, just as my parents had not asked for them. Fame was often accompanied by suffering. The thrill of glory came entwined with terror, and blood was not so easily washed from one's conscience. I had not joined the celestial army to chase dreams as fleeting as the dazzle of fireworks, leaving a darkness twice as deep in their wake. I would temper this restlessness, untangle such desires, to be home again with my mother and Pinga, to have love in my life. These were the things that made me whole. It was what I had dreamed of, what I had fought for, what I had earned. To many, this place might be humble compared to the opulence of the Jade Palace, yet there was no place more wondrous to me. The ground shimmering as starlit waves, the osmanthus blossoms hanging from branches like clumps of white snow. Sometimes I woke in my bed of cinnamon wood, taut with uncertainty whether this was just a dream. But the sweetness curling in the air and the soft light of the lanterns were gentle yet unassailable assurances that I was here, in my home, and no one would tear me from it again. As a breeze wound through the air, something clinked above. The laurel, its clusters of seeds a-glitter as ice. In my childhood, I had longed to string them into a bracelet for my mother, but could never pull the seeds free. From habit, I wrapped my fingers around one, translucent and cool. I tugged hard, but while the branch dipped and swayed, it held fast as before. The air shifted with the presence of another immortal, though the wards remained undisturbed. I reached instinctively for the bow slung across my back. After this peaceful year at home, my life force had recovered much quicker than anticipated. I no longer strained to draw the jade dragon bow. I no longer feared an intruder's trespass. But almost at once I lowered the weapon. This aura was one I knew as well as my own, shining, summer bright. "A warm greeting, Xingyin," Liwei's voice rang out, tinged with laughter. "Or are you keen for another challenge with the bow?" I turned to find him leaning against a tree, arms folded across his chest. My pulse quickened, though I kept my tone steady. "You might recall I won our last challenge. And since then, I've had a lot more practice compared to your highness, spending all your time at court." An intended jibe, for he had not visited in weeks. Yet I had no right to expect more. While we had grown closer of late, no promises had been exchanged. We were at once more than friends and less than what we had been. The seeds of doubt once sprouted were much harder to uproot. The corners of his lips curved into a smile. "Our tally remains even. I might win." "You are welcome to try," I said, lifting my chin. He laughed, shaking his head. "I prefer to keep my pride intact." He strode toward me, stopping when the hem of his lapis blue robe brushed mine in a soft rustle. A gray length of silk encircled his waist, from which hung an oblong jade tablet and a crystal sphere, agleam with the silver of my energy. The sky drop tassel, its twin swinging from my sash. I fought the urge to step back as much as I did the pull forward. "I did not sense your arrival. Did you adjust the wards?" A simple matter for Liwei to circumvent the enchantments that guarded my home, for he had helped me to craft them. While they were not as powerful as those of the Celestial Kingdom, a warning thrummed through me whenever the boundaries were crossed. I was not concerned about those familiar to us. It was the strangers I was wary of. He nodded. "If they are disturbed, I will sense it too. An inadvertent outcome is they now recognize my presence." "Does it matter when you are so rarely here?" The words fell out before I could stop them. His smile widened. "Did you miss me?" "No." Yes, but I would not give him the satisfaction.